Diving on a healthy rocky reef is a little bit like flying through a healthy forest on land, except there's fish everywhere. There's a tremendous amount of color. The ground is mountainous. There's just life everywhere. It's something to experience rather than just see. We'd have a lot more rocky reefs in Palos Verdes if it wasn't for some historic landslides. Palos Verdes has a rich history of landslides. Portuguese Bend, the Abalone Cove landslide that was started in the 70s. 1999, there was the Ocean Trails landslide where the golf course was being built and the 18th hole fell in the water. And there was another one in 2011 at White's Point. They put a tremendous amount of terrestrial sediment into the ocean. We have a pretty good idea of what that does to a reef. It's dramatic in the data. It goes from a functional reef with algae and fish and lobster to slop, just mud, and makes it so there's no way anything can settle on it and grow. It's really bad.
Rocky Reef Habitat has a variety of very important economic values. In Southern California, there really is less rocky reef than in Northern and Central California. So when we lose a section of reef, as we did on Palos Verdes, it's a much more serious loss.
I've been fishing in Southern California for over 30 years. There are literally tens of thousands of people that participate in sport fishing in the ocean in Southern California. Habitat is the major determinant of that. Unless you have good habitat, you're not going to have good fish populations. No fish populations, no fishermen.
Our project is an attempt to turn the clock back on that. Our goal is to recreate rocky reef habitat that can't be buried. And by doing that, we create a sustainable rocky reef habitat that will support kelp production and fish diversity and abundance long into the future.
The first step for this project was doing dive surveys.
And we have essentially surveyed nearly every single reef in Southern California. We've done that multiple times, generating an enormous amount of data. What kind of fishes are there, how many, and how big they are. And then we would also do surveys at the same time on invertebrates, algae, kelp, and measurements of the physical habitat. And so we have utilized that science to determine what kind of reefs at Palos Verdes are the most suited and most productive for this type of project.
Once we determined what makes a good reef, we were able to design something that would look like what we defined as a good reef.
When we first saw rocks fall in the ocean, it really was extremely gratifying to see the project come to fruition. It really was a culmination of over a decade of work by our entire team, and the benefits of the reef will last for decades.
We came back and it was just covered in fish. It's something where you've drawn it and you've put it on maps and you've designed it yourself and you're still sitting there thinking, this is immense.
The primary goal of restoring this reef was to enhance fish production. We wanted to see a large number of fish and a growing number of fish each year. We wanted to see that the reef was actually producing life rather than just attracting it from somewhere else. And very early on, we were getting good indication that that is exactly what's happening. but we weren't expecting to see a whole lot attached to the rocks in a short period of time. And that's, I think, the most surprising thing so far, is that life attached itself to these rocks very, very quickly. They are full-fledged kelp forests within 18 months of it being built. These reefs have blown past my expectations. The level that it's at right now, as of a year and a half into its existence, is something I didn't expect to see for, honestly, 8 to 10 years.
This is the first true restoration project of its kind in California, where you're actually replacing reefs that were lost with the same material that the reefs were made from on the open coast.
Really, this is designed to be beneficial to everyone. Scuba divers, underrepresented fishers in the community, and commercial harvesters. We really hope this will be the best restoration work that's ever been done with a rocky reef.